The wage talks at the Central Bargaining Council in Sandton come as Eskom continues to implement intense rolling blackouts. The NUM wants, among others, for their housing allowance to be raised to 7,000 rand, a cell phone allowance of 1,000 rand, and for medical aid contributions by the employer to shift to 80%.
We are still continuing with our wage negotiations at Cedarwood. We are still pursuing Eskom. We have tabled our demands. In terms of process, Eskom has replied with an offer. We are today going to motivate and substantiate the rationales behind our demands. So we are still continuing to engage. Our demands are that 15% still remains.
Eskom has already been accused of negotiating in bad faith and its negotiators of being unprofessional in their conduct.
The only demand which Eskom responded to was to inform us that they want a one-year agreement and they are only offering a 3.75% increase. NUMSA's court demands, on the other hand, are a 2-year wage agreement, 15% wage increase, as well as a demand that we reject the closure of coal-fired power stations, as well as other demands. NUMSA condemns Eskom for their unprofessionalism and also for their frequent delay tactics. This is not how the executive management of an SOE should behave. It is unheard of during that negotiators arrive to a session of this nature with written notes instead of a clear presentation of their position.
The unions say they remain hopeful for a fruitful engagement with the employer to avert an impasse that could result in a strike action. In 2022, workers embarked on an unprotected strike action which dealt a blow to Eskom's fragile capacity to keep the lights on.
It's a long process, it's negotiations, persuasions. We persuade them, they persuade us, we'll see how far we'll go. So that's the process of negotiations. As long as it's done in good faith and we do it mindful that it's about the national issue as well, because problems at Eskom are problems that affect the society in general. Therefore, we are very responsible and mindful of our acts as we engage in these particular wage negotiations.
The wage talks continue at the Central Bargaining Council, set to conclude on the 21st of this month. Katlego Legodi, SABC News, Johannesburg.